Hello, students. This is the second part of today's class. It's just an explanation of the distribution of the natural vegetation worldwide. There is, you can see the entire world with a multiple of the colors, which indicates the different types of the natural vegetation. It is only for your visual appeal, it's only for your explanation. It's no one is going to plot out all these on the world map. It's just for your visual appeal. And when there will be regular classes, at that time we can do the plotting in the class directly itself, but not now. It's just for your explanation. Now let us start with the first type of the vegetation, that is tropical evergreen forest. The first one, tropical evergreen forest. You can see the cursor that is moving around in the part of Africa, that is the Zaire Basin region. The entirely dark green shaded area is the tropical evergreen forest, and another one is the Amazon Basin, which is there in South America, that is tropical evergreen forest. So these are the two main areas of the tropical evergreen forest. Now next we will move to the light green color shade, that is the temperate evergreen forest. Now first I'm moving to the Australia. You can see the southeastern part edge of Australia where we are having one patch of temperate evergreen forest. Then the Southeast Asia where we are having a temperate evergreen forest. Next, it is there in Africa, the southeastern part of Africa, where again we are having a temperate. Then in South America, it is there in the temperate evergreen forest. And in the northeastern part of USA, we are having the temperate evergreen forest. So this light green color indicates the temperate evergreen forest. Now next, we are having the deciduous forest. First, we'll plot the tropical deciduous forest. The pink color that indicates. Now, you can see our entire country. It is there for the tropical deciduous. That is the monsoon Asia. We are having the tropical deciduous entirely. Even the color is not been shaded out in those areas of that Indonesia, then Sumatra, Java, and Philippines. In these areas, which is the entirely having the tropical deciduous part. Then comes this entire zone, even that is part of Sri Lanka is also there, the tropical deciduous. Then move to the next part, that is the northern fringes of Australia. We are having the tropical deciduous forest, just the northern fringes. Then we are having in South America on the eastern edge, we are having the tropical deciduous. Even in the northern part, we are having with that Latin America zone, we are having the tropical deciduous part. The Mexico region, the Latin America, where we are having the tropical deciduous forest. Even in the West Indies, Caribbean islands, we are having the tropical deciduous forest. Now next, even the east of Madagascar is having the tropical deciduous forest. The east of Madagascar, it's just a fringe of eastern Madagascar having the tropical deciduous forest. Next, we are having the temperate deciduous forest. Now, the temperate deciduous forest is being shown in the North America part with that yellow color, that is the ochre yellow color, in the northeastern part of America and the northwestern part of Europe, where we are having even a bit of Norway, Sweden, Finland area, that is the Scandinavian zone, and United Kingdom, where we are having the that is the temperate deciduous forest. And over there in the the eastern part of that Russia, It's we are having even in Japan, Korea, all these areas where we are having the temperate deciduous forest. Next, we will move to the Mediterranean forest. Now, the Mediterranean forest, you can see it is there in the southern fringes of Australia, Tasmania, even in that southwest Australia. It is there in entirely the area encircling the Mediterranean Sea. That is the zone where the maximum area is being covered up with the Mediterranean type of the forest. We are having in South Africa, South Africa region where we are having the Mediterranean forest, a part of a Chile where we are having a Mediterranean forest, and even in a part of the California where we are having a Mediterranean forest. Now next we will move to the next, that is coniferous forest. The entire coniferous forest is the Eurasian part and the entire Russia over there, Siberian region where we are having the entire zone with the coniferous forest. And in the Canadian part also, we are even the Canada and the Alaska part where we are having the coniferous forest. Now next, we will move to the grassland zones. You can see it's being proceeding with the coniferous forest. After that, I'm going to proceed with the grasslands. Now the first will move to the tropical grassland. You can see just in today's class only I said that the tropical grasslands are there on the either side of the rainforest, and the dark green area is showing the rainforest. So that is the savanna. We are having the llanos and the campos in the Brazilian highlands over there, and even it is there in northern Australia where we are having the tropical grassland surrounding the rainforest zone. Next, the temperate grasslands. Now the temperate grasslands are there where the blue color, that is the mid-latitude grasslands. It is also termed as the mid-latitude grassland. Now the pointer that is going out, this is the part of the Eurasia and it is named as steppes. You should remember all these names. It's a mid-latitude grassland named as temperate grasslands, and this is the steppes. Now we are moving to the part of North America. This is named as prairies. Now we are moving to part of our country, India also, where we are having, but it doesn't have any specific name like that of steppes and prairies. Here in Australia, it is termed as downs. Even in that is it is a Canterbury Plains of New Zealand. It is named as Canterbury Plains, Wells of South Africa, and the Pampas region is not marked out over here. It should be actually, this is the zone. This is the zone. It's not been marked out. Here it will be this zone is the part of mid latitude. That is the Pampas of Argentina is there in the mid latitude grasslands. Next we will move to the tundra vegetation. Now you can see that entire northern Alaska, the Greenland zone is being there where we are having a tundra vegetation entirely, because it is totally frozen out and it gets there is a short summer season where the meadows grows with the mosses and the lichens, and even in this Eurasian part, northern Eurasian part entirely with the northern Russia where we are having this tundra type of the vegetation. Now next we are proceeding with the next, it is the desert. Next it is left out with the desert. You can see the yellow tinge over there entirely, that indicates that Sahara desert region. This is also the Sonoran deserts in this part. Then we move to the part of that is the Thar Desert, Indian desert. Then we are moving to China. This is considered as a Gobi Desert of China. Then we are moving to Australia, which is the Great Australian Desert. Then we are moving to Kalahari Desert of Africa. Then it is the Atacama Desert of South America. And even we are having a zone of desert in this range. And even just beside that is California, we are having the desert. Now, can you just see that basically every deserts are located in the western margins of most of the continents except Gobi Desert and the Thar Desert. But it is the western part of India where we are having. Now, one part is left out, that is the highlands. Basically, the highlands are there, which is not coming under our category, but these highlands are the pasture grounds. It is a pasture grounds where basically the grasses cover the area. These are the highlands. We don't have any specific that is the classification in our forest or in our grassland or the scrub vegetation, but it's being marked out in the map. It is a highland areas where we are having the mountainous tract, and there the pasture grounds are there. That means that only small area, that is the small grasses grow over there. That is the type of vegetation prevails in these highland areas. So just follow the video for the explanation of the type of natural vegetation that prevails in the entire world. In the description, there is no such extra specification given about the highland because it is the connected part of the grassland that is there in our topic of as per your book, and it is given in the map, so it is just no other writing part is there for the highland. And no need to draw the map or paste the map in your copy now. Just follow the video for your explanation part. Thank you for following the class.